Greetings everyone and welcome. My name is Meredith Lynch and today I'll be talking about why we should add a Com 400 Investigative Journalism course to the Central Penn College curriculum. So why is investigative journalism important? Well, two events come to mind when I think about investigative journalism, and that would be the Watergate scandal and the Enron collapse. And the Watergate scandal changed American politics forever and led Americans to question their leaders and think more critically about the presidency. Then the Enron collapse exposed wrongdoings of corporate executives and saved a lot of people from falling victim to what the corporation was doing. And it was all because of investigative journalists that this information came to light and to the public. So without investigative journalism, how would the American people have been impacted? By definition, investigative journalism is the unveiling of matters that are concealed either deliberately by someone in a position of power or accidentally behind a chaotic mass of facts and circumstances. So it really includes the analysis and exposure of all relevant facts to the public, not just pieces, parts, giving all the facts that can be found to the people. So some topics that could be covered would be corporate misconduct, political corruption, other serious crimes like that. There are many benefits to adding an investigative journalism course to the Central Penn curriculum. Students would learn investigative techniques, and I have a quote here from Mike McIntyre, a former Pulitzer Prize winner and now a professor at Princeton University. And he says, politicians, corporations, and wealthy individuals employ armies of PR experts, lawyers, and lobbyists to ensure that only their version of reality prevails, and it is the lonely duty of journalists to dispel this fog of self-interest. And I love the way that is phrased because it truly encapsulates what the responsibility of a journalist is, which is the watchdog for the public. This course teaches critical and skeptical thinking, and also internet forensics and conducting background searches on individuals and corporations. Many people are familiar with search engine optimization, and it kind of goes along with that as well, the ability to find and sort through information. And also includes analyzing public records and data as well. This course would teach research and analytical skills. And as mentioned by the Global Investigative Journalism Network, a look at stories that win top awards for investigative journalism attests to the high standards of research and reporting that the profession aspires to. In-depth inquiries that painstakingly track looted public funds, abuse of power, environmental degradation, health scandals, and more. Fact-checking is also something that would be learned through this course, and in-depth interviewing skills of subject matter experts. Interviewing is a huge part of investigative journalism, as you have to follow up with any source, any lead for every single thing. So that is a big skill that would be learned through this course. And also an overview of public issues, which I feel is very important. The Missouri School of Journalism has two investigative journalism courses, and in both they discuss public issues, things that are going on in the world around us, public health, diversity, any sort of corruption scandal. So I think having an overview of public issues is incredibly important for any student. So it teaches about media accountability and ethical standards. Whether you're a journalist or not, being ethical and having those standards is paramount to success and your integrity as well. And this course would also, it really highlights and reinforces the foundation of journalism, which is the watchdog for the public. As a journalist, that is your primary job. So it really reinforces that and takes it a step further and involves even more deep dives into investigation. And it also will help people develop interview skills. It will help to develop research and analytical skills as well, which is important for everyone. Everyone should have the ability to take in information and really think critically about it and really analyze it and come to their own conclusions. And it teaches about public interest and public issues. And also, importantly, I felt compelled to add that it highlights the important elements of a democracy as well, because it is paramount for everyone, not just journalists, to remember that we should all be privy to this information, and the importance of investigative journalism is sharing pertinent information that has been covered up that is detrimental to people. And I think it's important to remember the elements of democracy. The Central Penn's mission is to open opportunities to students from a variety of academic backgrounds by providing the education needed for employment and advancement in their fields. And adding such a course as investigative journalism would absolutely do this. Students would be able to utilize research and investigative skills on a daily basis. We'd learn analytical and critical thinking skills, which are incredibly important and useful for any career, and develop interviewing skills and encourage deeper thinking. So let's teach our students these investigative and research skills and teach them to think critically, teach them to analyze information and not just take what's on the surface, but really take that deep dive and unearth the things that aren't always seen. And let's cultivate a more informed student body together. Thank you.